Motivating yourself for exercise in winter can seem like a hard task because it is, but what if washboard abs were the payoff? Well, health and fitness expert Amelia Burton says no matter how old you are, getting a toned tummy is achievable at any age. Unfortunately, she's let herself go. Amelia, what happened to your abs?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get a washboard stomach when you've got a beach ball
when
for
you're basically
belly.
9 months pregnant.
I know. I
So
can't believe I'm talking about washboard abs in my state.
You're due in 1 week.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll try not to make you laugh through this.
Know,
You look fabulous, by the way.
Thank you.
Now, you said that in your 20s, that's the key to being able to maintain a good stomach for life.
Look, don't worry if you kind of skip the 20s, okay, there's still hope for you yet. But in your 20s, you're setting the foundation up for life. And what happens is muscles have muscle memory, so the harder you work them in your 20s, the easier it's going to be later on in life. And that's why when it comes to your 20s, it's kind of a dichotomy because a lot of people can eat junk food and get away with it in their 20s.
Yes.
But you really do want to be avoiding that because you want to be setting yourself up for habits for life.
Okay.
And when it comes to exercise in your 20s, you want to push it. You want to go really hard. And there's two great trends at the moment, HIIT training and hurt training.
I don't like the sound of either of those.
High intensity interval training and high intensity resistance training. So CrossFit's an example of this, but it's basically instead of just going for a walk or a jog, you actually do spurts and intervals of high intensity activity. So you might do sprints or something like that, or high intensity resistance training, the same thing with weights.
So it's the cardio that's more important really than doing the ab crunches?
Yes, absolutely, because you can't spot reduce fat. So if you think about, although crunches are really important, I've got some great crunches and exercises coming up in a moment, but you need to keep your body weight down to a healthy body weight because we know you can't spot reduce it.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, what about if you've missed your 20s and you get to 30 and you realise that your body isn't the fat-burning machine that it used to be? What can you do then?
Yeah, so basically when you're in your 30s, the other issue is a lot of women in particular, well, women are having children in their 30s as well, so that can really play havoc too. But in your 30s, you want to keep your stress levels as maintained and managed as possible because cortisol, the stress hormone, encourages you to store body fat around the middle.
Around your tummy.
The other thing that does as well is insulin spikes. So when you have a diet that's very high in simple carbs like your white breads, your pastas, your rices, that causes your insulin levels to spike, which also causes you to hold fat around the middle. So avoid those types of food, keep your stress levels down, mix your training up a bit.
Yeah.
And when it does come to the actual ab exercises that you do, focus on your obliques. Now your obliques are the side muscles, and I've got a couple of exercises. There's one called Brazilian twists, and that's where you're kind of holding a plank position, a push-up position, here we go, and you're bringing your opposite knee to elbow.
Through, I see.
Yeah, so you know, all the
working
viewers,
on the sideways bits. Can I just ask, Amelia, you know when you David's giving it a go, oh, how's it going?
Go your opposite knee to elbow, David.
Ask about 40.
Ask about 40, okay. But before we get to 40, you know when you're pregnant and they say that your abdominal muscles separate.
Yes.
How do you get those back together?
Well, actually, these exercises are fantastic for it. And anything that you draw your belly button into your spine.
Right.
So it's sucking that belly button through to the back of your spine and then doing your crunches or your plank is a really good one for that as well. And these side bridges are great. And they do knit back together.
Okay.
Another tip for 30s before we move on to 40s, David, is to get back to your pre-pregnancy weight before you have another baby.
That plank. so okay, let's talk about 40s because Jennifer Aniston, J-Lo, I mean, they have such flat stomachs.
I know, they look amazing. And you can absolutely have a flat stomach and look incredible in your 40s, but it is when your metabolism is really starting to shift and slow down in 40s and 50s as well. So it's really, really important to keep your meal sizes down. Keep your lean muscle mass up by having lots of protein as well, and lean protein, so a bit less red meat and a bit more of your lentils, your fish, your chicken, that kind of thing is really, really important as well.
Sounds fabulous. And
Pilates is a great one for your 40s and 50s too because it works. It keeps all your joints nice and flexible and lubricated, but yeah, it's important to keep that weight down as we get older.
I saw a great thing the other day, Amelia. It said Pilates. Hell no, I thought you said pie and lattes. Anyway, thank you for that. Next time we see you, you'll have a little baby.
I'll have a baby, yes. I know.
Best of luck.
I want to talk about getting back into a flat stomach then, that's for sure.
Give yourself plenty of time. Coming up,